Hey, it's Dwayne, the old Oliver mechanic here today, the old Indiana farm boy. Back on the old 60, got it back from Elnora down there at the White River Valley Antique Tractor Show, and when we was down there, we noticed it developed a miss, we believe in about number 2 here. So we're going to go through it here today and change the coil. I was doing some research on the coil. It shows there what they've done. They had a 12-volt coil, but it's supposed to be used with a ballast resistor, so we're going to change that out, and so I'll bring you right back when I start working on it. Okay, see if we can get this old jewel off here. Next to the wharf, got these down there at Elnora. I had a set of these Craftsman years ago, had a couple sets of them, really handy to have in your pocket. I bought this pair and a little bit heavier pair of little pliers, and I got to use them down there. I had trouble unhitching the, I don't remember the 770, I was unhitching it and had a little trouble with it. And I had that bigger set of channel locks there, a little bit, they're that same size, but a little heavier duty. And I was able to get on the latch here and pull it and give me enough leverage to get it off. So it worked out pretty good. I have to remove these 2 bolts here, pull my coil wire off. I can't get to that one back there very easy, so I'll do it when I get it off. Got a bolt right here, the gas tank, that meets this bolt right here. So that's going to be a little bit of a trick. We'll see if we can get it. Must be a 5. Let's see. They're about a 1/4 inch bolt. Just take 7/16 to get it off. Hopefully this will take care of some of the miss. Originally this would have had a 6-volt system. Of course now it's been converted, and also it would have been positive ground. That's pretty handy. Get on there back here. It's a coming. We had a great time down at Elnora. That was a fun time, driving our old tractors around and enjoying and getting to use them again. I say these pliers are just so handy. used with external resistor, and we did not have one on there. That could be part of our problem right there. And if not, we always wish it could have been. Could have been. Take this nut up. Right. Sure. Now, where did that go? It's amazing how those little washers and things can just drop and then disappear. Boy, that and did. Oh, there he is on the other side. Where's that at? Dropped down there and kept on rolling, rolling, rolling. Keep those washers rolling. Here we go. Okay, that one. Water back in. There we go. We'll probably eventually go ahead and buy a new coil for this anyway. This is the one I actually thought when I was having trouble with the 550 when it didn't have any spark. I originally thought it was a coil, because this coil looks like it's, you know, probably the original was on that 64 550. So I bought a new coil and put on it, and found out it was the solenoid on the starter that was bad. Center post. Of course, with that loader on it, it was so handy to diagnose. Put new points, condenser. Actually put new wires on it and all. It needed a tune-up, so we got one. Okay. You know, I think I'll change this end on this wire. I got that off. We use those kind you stick on there. The other side's got one you just snaps on. I think that's what I'll do here is put a new end on where I can snap it on and off. Make a little hander. We'll be changing. Then we'll see what we got. Hopefully this eliminates the mist. When we was down there, we found a carburetor. I don't know if you recall or not, but an ear was broke off the carburetor on this one. The carburetor that's on it was actually off of 66. The TSX 363. And that's what we got down there to put back on it. It didn't have a broken ear. I think it's supposed to be like a TSX 127 or something like that. Don't know exactly what the difference is, but it ran well with this 363. I don't know if it put more fuel to it or not, I don't know, but it did all right with it. So we found one down there off a vendor down there that has parts. Had a used one, so we're getting a kit for that carburetor. We'll go through that carburetor, rebuild it, and it's a marble Shetner. I mean, the one that's on here I cobbled together and actually used a cereal box to make gaskets for it, so it worked. But we like to get it back the way it's supposed to be. There we go. Yeah, I'll get my ends and we'll fix this right up. Bring you back in a second. Okay, found an end that will snap on there. Pretty handy having a set. You never know when you might need one. And today was that day. Ooh, handy set of wire pliers. You heat that up, shrink it right on there. Okay. Coil wire. Okay. Now we'll see what we got. Hopefully she runs a little better. If not, we always wish it had her. I think we'll still get a new coil on it. Well, I think I did help it. Seemed like number 3 may have been a little bit weak, but when I pulled it off, we had a nice blue spark. It's possible the old plug is fouled, so I'll pull it out and clean it, and we'll see where we're at there on that. But number 3 was a little bit weak, but it had a pretty blue spark now. They were kind of an orangey color, which shows there was a problem. You notice I use these kind of pliers. I've been bit too many times not to use them. You get a hold of those wires, sometimes they'll make you have to go home and clean up. They really will shock you. The old motor seems to be running pretty good. I'll clean that plug out and take it out, and we'll see what that does, if that helps it. It sounds like it might be fouled from the coil not being right. Yeah, pull number 3 out. Seems to be the one, the weakest. Oh yeah, fouled pretty bad. I'll clean it up. See what we got. See if we got compression there. Yep, she's blowing out there. Let me clean this plug up a little bit there. See if I can get her to fire up. Okay, I got it cleaned. Fouled a little bit on it there and gapped it at 25 like it's supposed to be. Let's see what kind of a spark we get with it, if any. Good spark. That should make a little bit of a difference. But if it doesn't, we always wish it had. We're going to completely tune it up with new plugs and everything. These are actually the way everything that came in it, except we did put a new cap and rotor on it. We'll change the points, condenser, plugs, wires, old shooting match there. Now let's see if she runs better. still a little weak. I do believe it's a little better than it was. One thing we got to find, we got to get the fine side skills. We need this little cap. Goes over the radiator. And we got to find that. Well, we're planning on really going through it to make it look like I got a new one. Well, I didn't hurt it any. Looks like it runs a little better. To have the carburetor gone through and put on there, that'll help it quite a bit. Here, it broke off right here. We got another one. And of course, the gasket in here was made out of a cereal box. I think it is running better. Does sound like it's running better. Yeah. That didn't hurt it any. But we'll put a new coil on it, points, condenser, new plugs, possible new wires too. Those wires look really good, but we'll see about that too. Well, there's that. Changing the coil on the Oliver 60. Cleaning the plug. So, please, like, share, and subscribe, and we'll catch you later. Bye now.